Welcome to my class of operating system. Today we will learn about parallel processing architecture. Parallel processing is one of the computing method which execute many computation processes simultaneously, where the principle of parallel computing is often can be divided the larger problem into smaller pieces, then solve that concurrently. Introduction to parallel computing. Parallel computing. Traditionally, software has been written for serial computation. Keeping in mind the following factors: to be run on a single computer having a single central processing unit CPU. A problem is broken into a discrete series of instructions. Instructions are executed one after another. Only one instruction may execute at any moment in time. In the simplest sense, parallel computing is the simultaneous use of multiple computing resources to solve a computational problem. To be run using multiple CPUs, a problem is broken into discrete parts that can be solved concurrently. Each part is further broken down to a series of instructions. Instructions from each part execute simultaneously on different CPUs. The computer resources might be a single computer with multiple processors, an arbitrary number of computers connected by a network, a combination of both. The computational problem should be able to be broken apart into discrete pieces of work that can be solved simultaneously. Execute multiple program instructions at any moment in time. Be solved in less time with multiple compute resources than with a single compute resources. Science and engineering and in industrial and commercial field, the use of parallel processing is there. Why use parallel computing? Save time and money. In theory, throwing more resources at a task will shorten its time to completion with potential cost saving. Parallel computers can be built from cheap commodity components. Solve larger problems. Many problems are so large or complex that it is impractical or impossible to solve them on a single computer, especially given limited computer memory. Provide concurrency. A single compute resources can only do one thing at a time. Multiple computing resources can be doing many things simultaneously. For example, the Access Grid provides a global collaboration network where people from around the world can meet and conduct work virtually. Use of non-local resources. Using compute resources on a wide area network or even the internet when local compute resources are scarce. Limits of serial computing. Both physical and practical reason pose significant constraint to simply building ever faster serial computers. Transmission speed. Transmission speed is the speed of a serial computer is directly dependent upon how fast data can move through hardware. Absolute limits are speed of light and the transmission limit of copper wire 9 centimeter per nanosecond. Increasing speed necessitate increasing proximity of processing elements. Limits to miniaturization. Processor technology is allowing an increasing number of transistors to be placed on a chip. However, even with molecular or atomic level component, a limit will be reached on how small components can be. Economic limitation. It is increasingly expensive to make a single processor faster. Using a larger number of moderately fast commodity processors to achieve same or better performance is less expensive. Current computer architecture are increasingly relying upon hardware level parallelism to improve performance, multiple execution unit, pipelined instruction, and multi-core. Use of parallel computing. Parallel computing is used hugely in industry, then significantly in academics, and then others vendor, research, government. All of these sectors use parallel computing. The future of parallel computing. During the past 20 plus years, the trends inclined by ever faster network, distributed system, and multiprocessor computer architecture, even at the desktop level, clearly show that parallelism is the future of computing. In this sample, in the same time period, there have been a greater than 1000x increase in supercomputer performance with no end currently in sight. The race is already on for X-scale computing. Flynn's classical taxonomy. There are different ways to classify parallel computers. For example, one of the more widely used classifications in use since 1966 is called Flynn's taxonomy. Flynn's taxonomy distinguishes multiprocessor computer architecture according to how they can be classified along the two independent dimensions of instruction and data. Each of these dimensions can have only one of two possible states, single or multiple. The matrix defines the four possible classification according to Flynn. This is the matrix. Four classifications are SISD, SIMD, MISD, MIMD. Single instruction, multiple data. Characteristics are a type of parallel computer. Single instruction. All processing units execute the same instruction at any given clock cycle. Multiple data. Each processing unit can operate on a different data element. Best suited for specialized problem characterized by a high degree of regularity such as graphics or usage processing. synchronous, lockstep, and determined executions. Two variables, processor arrays and vector pipelines are used. Example, processor array, connection machine 2 centimeter, and these are the specifications. Vector pipeline, and the specification of vector pipeline is given. Most modern computers, particularly those with graphics processor unit GPUs, employ SIMD instruction and execution units. MISD, multiple instruction single data, a type of parallel computer. Multiple instruction. Each processing unit operates on data independently via separate instruction stream. Single data. A single data stream is fed into multiple processing units. Few actual examples of this class of parallel computer have ever existed. One is the experimental Carnegie-Mellon computer. Some conceivable users might be multiple frequency filters operating on a single stream. Multiple cryptography algorithm attempting to crack a single coded message. Single instruction, single data. A serial non-parallel computer. Single instruction, only one instruction stream is being acted on by the CPU during any one clock cycle. Single data, only one data stream is being used as input during any one clock cycle. Deterministic execution. This is the old and even today the most common type of computer. Example, older generation mainframes, mini computer and workstation, most modern day PC. Some general parallel terminology. Supercomputing or high performance computing HPC, using the world's fastest and largest computers to solve huge problems. Note: a standalone computer in a box, usually comprised of multiple CPUs, processors, core. Nodes are networked together to comprise a supercomputer. CPU, socket, processor, core. This varies depending upon who you talk to. In the past, a CPU was a singular execution component for a computer, then subdivided into multiple cores, each being a unique execution unit. CPUs with multiple cores are sometimes called sockets. Vendor development. The result is a node with multiple CPUs, each containing multiple cores. The nomenclature is confused at times. Task, a logically discrete section of computerized work. A task is typically a program or program-like set of instructions that is executed by a processor. A parallel program consists of multiple tasks running on multiple processors. Pipelining, breaking a task into steps performed by different processor unit with inputs streaming through, much like an assembly line. It is a type of parallel computing. Shared memory. From a strictly hardware point of view, It describes a computer architecture where all processors have direct, usually bus-based, access to common physical memory. In a programming sense, it describes a model where parallel tasks have the same picture of memory and can directly address and access the same logical memory locations regardless of where the physical memory actually exists. Symmetric multiprocessor SMP hardware architecture where multiple processors share a single address space and access to all routines, shared memory computing. Distributed memory in hardware refers to a network based memory. Access for physical memory is not common. As a programming model, tasks can only logically see the machine memory and must use communication to access memory on other machines where other tasks are executing. Communication. Parallel tasks typically need to exchange data. There are several ways this can be accomplished, such as through a shared memory, bus, or over a network. However, the actual event of data exchange is commonly referred to as communications, regardless of the method employed. Synchronization. The amount of time required to coordinate parallel tasks as opposed to useful work. Massively parallel refers to the hardware that comprise a given parallel system having many processors. The meaning of many keeps increasing, but currently the largest parallel computers can be comprised of processors numbering in hundreds of thousands. Embarrassingly parallel, solving many similar but independent tasks simultaneously. Little to no need for coordination between tasks. Scalability refers to a parallel system's hardware or software ability to demonstrate a proportionate increase in parallel speed up with the addition of more processors. Parallel computer memory architecture. Shared memory. Shared memory parallel computers vary widely but generally have in common the ability for all processors to access all memory as global address space. Multiple processors can organize independently but share the same memory resources. Changes in a memory location affected by one processor are visible to other processors. Shared memory machine can be divided into two classes based upon memory access: UMA and NUMA. UMA is Uniform Memory Access, most commonly represented today by symmetric multiprocessor SMP machines. Identical processor, equal access time to memory, sometimes called CC-UMA, cache coherent UMA. Cache coherent means if one processor updates a location in shared memory, all the other processors know about the update. Cache coherency is accomplished at the hardware level. Non-uniform memory access NUMA, often made by physically linking two or more SMPs. One SMP can directly access memory of another SMP. Not all processors have equal access time to all memories. Memory access across link is slower. If cache coherency is maintained, then may be called CCNUMA, cache coherent NUMA. Advantages: global address space provides a user-friendly programming perspective to memory. Data sharing between tasks is both fast and uniform due to the proximity of memories to CPU. Disadvantages: primary disadvantage is the lack of scalability between memories and CPUs. Adding more CPU can geometrically increase traffic on shared memory, CPU path, and for cache coherent system, geometrically increase traffic associated with cache memory management. Programmer responsibility for synchronization construct that ensure correct access of global memory. Expense: it becomes increasingly difficult and expensive to design and produce shared memory machine with ever increasing number of processors. Distributed memory: like shared memory systems, distributed memory systems vary widely but share a common characteristics. Distributed memory system require a communication network to connect inter-processor memory. Processors may have their own local memory. Memory address in one processor do not map to another processor. So, there is no concept of global address space across all processors. Because each processor has its own local memory, it operates independently. Changes it make to as local memory have no effect on the memory of other processors. Hence, the concept of cache coherency does not apply. When a processor needs access to data in another processor, it is usually the task of the programmer to explicitly define how and when data is communicated. Synchronization between tasks is likewise the programmer's responsibility. The network fabric is used for data transfer varies widely, though it can be as simple as Ethernet. Advantages: memory is scalable with the number of processors. Increases the number of processor and size of memory increases proportionally. Each processor can rapidly access its own memory without interference and without the overhead incurred with trying to maintain cache coherency. Cost effectiveness: can use commodity off the shelf processor and networking. The programmer is responsible for many of the details associated with data communication before processors. It may be difficult to map existing data structure based on global memory. So, this memory organization. Non-uniform memory access times, NUMA times. Hybrid distributed shared memory. The largest and fastest computer in the world today employ both shared and distributed memory architecture. The shared memory component can be a cache coherent SMP machine for graphics processing unit GPUs. The distributed memory component is the networking of multiple SMP GPU machine which know only about their own memory. Current trends seem to indicate that this type of memory architecture will continue to prevail and increase at the higher end of computing for the foreseeable future. Advantage and disadvantage, whatever is common to both shared and distributed memory architecture. Parallel processing model overview. There are several parallel programming model in common: shared memory, thread, distributed memory, data parallel, hybrid, single program, multiple data. MPMD, multiple program, multiple data. Parallel programming model exists as an abstraction above hardware and memory architecture. Shared memory model. In this programming model, tasks share a common address space which they read and write to asynchronously. Various mechanisms such as lock or semaphore may be used to control access to the shared memory. Advantage from the programmer's point of view is notion of data ownership is lacking, so there is no need to specify explicitly the communication of data between tasks. It is an important disadvantage in terms of performance is that it becomes more difficult to understand and manage data locality. Keeping data local to the processor that works on it conserves memory access, cache refreshes, and bus traffic that occurs when multiple processors use the same data. Thread model. This programming model is a type of shared memory programming. Perhaps the most single analogy that can be used to describe thread is the concept of single program that include a number of substances. Distributed memory or memory passing model. This is the diagram of distributed memory, and the diagram demonstrates the characteristics. A set of tasks that use their own local memory during computation. Data parallel model. The data parallel model demonstrates the following characteristics. Most of the parallel work focus co-performing operations on a data set. Thank you for watching.